How do, and welcome back. I'm just making myself some biltong. I've actually bought myself a biltong box. I could have just made it, to be honest. I should have done. It's a bit too expensive for what it actually is, which is well, just a wooden box with a door and a computer fan at the top. That's it. That's all it is. But there you go. Maybe I'll start making them and go into competition. I forgot how much it was, something like £60, I think, something like that. But yeah, for what it is, I wouldn't really buy one. I'd just make one. So I've got all my beef out. It's been marinating now for about 3 hours in a vinegar solution. Vinegar and some of this Crown National biltong spice, which is basically coriander, pepper, salt, and now it's ready for hanging. So I thought, well, I'll just have a beer whilst I do this, and then I'll start to hang this, and it should be ready in about 4 or 5 days. I have used this and it does dry the beef out very well. In fact, there's a big difference between drying naturally over a few days and the sort of like 12-hour, 24-hour dry in a dehydrator, which is what I've been doing until recently when I purchased this. So I'm just going to sprinkle a bit more on. Not too much. I don't like it over salty, and there is a bit of salt in this spice mix because it has to cure. I mean, that's its job. I have heard on some YouTube videos that you don't actually need to do. You don't actually need to put the vinegar on. That was just like from way back, where traditionally this would be hung outside on a tree or something like that, and what they would, the vinegar would ward off the insects. Obviously today we don't really need to do it, and it doesn't really add anything to the flavour, but it's just tradition. You just marinate it in vinegar. Right, let me turn these over and I'm going to give them another sprinkle, just like this. Just pat it in. Nice. St Austell's Proper Job. I love this beer. I hear that there's a kit version, dry malt extract kit version of this beer that St Austell Brewery has actually given an award to. They've actually sort of like recommended it because it's so close to their original. I'll have to find out who made that. Because it really is a nice beer. Okay, so now it's hanging time. With this box, there's a dowel inside, and you get a little drip tray just to catch any juices. It doesn't really work that well. And what I'm going to do, I think, is put some tin foil down at the bottom, because this is only a little tiny tray like this. I mean, look at it. And it doesn't, sometimes it misses. So I'm going to actually put some tin foil at the bottom and just replace the tin foil and probably just throw that away. It's quite useless. Okay, so these are the hooks, and we're just going to puncture them and hang them up. So let's start. There you go. It punches really easy. It's a topside roast. And it was about 500 grams. I get the roast because for biltong you've got to cut it with the grain. Now, if you buy the steaks, they've already cut it across the grain for you, and you don't want that. It makes it a little bit tougher to eat. So that's it. I've now got my 500 kilograms of topside, all hanging in the Biltong box. And then it's just a simple case of closing the door and plugging it in. So just like a latch on the side, and it uses a USB. So it's a fan, it's a computer fan basically, and it's got a USB, and in the bottom of the front and also bottom of the back there's this little slit, and on the inside that's actually covered with some mesh to stop bugs and things getting in. And when you plug this in, obviously the fan turns on and it draws the air through the slits at the bottom, draws it up through the box, drying the meat, and then it's expelled out of here. So let me plug this in and we'll get it started. I'm using this power bank. This is a cracking power bank. Oh, you can probably hear the fan. It's already started. Yeah, this power bank, it's amazing. This power bank actually used to power this whole corner for a full day, about 10 hours. That was my radios, my 2 laptops, LED lighting, all from this power bank, a full day. And I just used to recharge it overnight. An off-grid sort of office space, because I use this as my office space as well as me playing about tinkering space as well. So yeah, it's a cracking power bank. Right, so this is now going to dry for about 4 or 5 days, and I'll come back and see how they taste. I've done a couple of batches now using this Biltong box, and I can say that the quality from the box compared to the dehydrator that I was using, it's night and day. This produces some really nice biltong when it's naturally air cured air dried, over several days, as opposed to a quick fire heated element that's blowing hot air for about 12 hours. This really does it make a difference. So yeah, I just think it's overpriced for what it is. It's a box with a computer fan. Like I say, maybe I'll start making some, go into competition. Anyway, that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to enjoy this Proper Job. I do like a Proper Job, and I'm going to try and find out who it is that make that dry malt extract kit, and then maybe do a side-by-side taste test. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video, where we'll be tasting biltong, unless I make a quick one and slip it in between. But yeah, 5 days we'll be eating biltong. See you then.